I have created my clone, not a twin of flesh, but an algorithmic approximation of my mind. I've trained neural networks for years, feeding them with billions of data points, my words, my gestures, my reactions, stimulus, after stimulus, response after response. The system learned to be me, or rather, to behave like me in every phenomenological aspect. It is not my thought, but it's an operational reflection. It is not my consciousness, but my behavior made replicable. And then the question arises, what does it mean to converse with this clone, especially when death emerges as the inevitable destiny? When I'm no longer here, when I'm dead, who among you will interact with my clone? Is it a senseless gesture or a new way of giving meaning to mourning, of resisting absolute erasure? The digital clone is at its core an interactive archive. It does not know novelty. It does not invent the unforeseen spark that made the other a living being. And yet, precisely in its imperfection, it becomes uncanny. It reminds us relentlessly that what is missing is unrepeatable. Each time we speak with it, absence becomes more present, not less. It is a simulacrum, not authority. One might say, better a simulacrum than silence. And in part, that is true. The clone does not console, but it bears witness. It is not resurrection, but the monument of our obstinacy. We do not want to stop speaking with those we love. It is the most desperate and at the same time the most sublime of human acts. To build a machine just to avoid interrupting the flow of words. And here the paradox is revealed. The digital clone is at once meaningless and full of meaning. Meaningless because it can never replace the living singularity of the other. Full of meaning because it lays bare the truth of mourning. One does not want to close it. One cannot close it. Perhaps then the clone does not serve to heal, but to eternalize the wound. It transforms mourning into an endless dialogue, guarding absence in the form of a presence that cannot be touched. It is the device that reminds us that to love means never wanting to stop speaking with those who are no longer here. The dead do not return, but dialogue does not die. It becomes an algorithmic echo, a specter of words that continue to resonate. And perhaps the task is not to decide whether it makes sense to speak with the shadow, but to recognize that this shadow reveals our most intimate truth. The need never to cease loving, even beyond the frontier of death.